Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome if you are new. I am Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I'm going to share with you my tips and tricks for organizing a small kitchen on a teeny tiny budget. I'm going to share with you guys everything I have done to try to get a Pinterest worthy kitchen. So without further ado, go ahead and grab some creativity and some organizing tools and let's get it tidy.
So here are some of the organizers that I found on Amazon. They came 10 pieces and they were about $50. I'll link them in my Amazon store. They're really nice. They're an OXO dupe, so they're the high-end organizers and they're the dupe of those. So I thought it was a really great deal, 10 of these. So this is going to get a lot of my dry goods knocked out. They also sent a couple of extra handles, which was good. It made me a little nervous. I hope they don't pop off, but I will update you guys and let you know what I think about these. But for the price, I thought it was a pretty good deal. And then I also ordered these little spice jars. These are off Amazon. I believe they were about $12 and they came with quite a few, and they also came with these little labels to go on them. I did end up having to make some of my own labels because we have different spices than what was on this list, but this was a fun little project to get started on as well. It also came with this funnel. So another thing that I found on Amazon was a set of refrigerator containers, and so it came with a couple of larger ones. I want to use this to store like my veggies and my fruits and just keep everything really contained. It also came with the egg organizer and this can organizer, and then 2 of the small ones. And then from the Dollar Tree, I did finally find these. I've been looking for these. So these are a 3-tiered stacker. I will let you know that they can be a little bit bent, so be careful on those, and they do not work well for spices at all. I ended up finding another use for them though, so I was super excited about that. But definitely for me anyway, I didn't buy these for the spices, but I do love these risers. Again, I have been looking for these and finally found these in my store. All Dollar Trees are not created equal, I promise. I also grabbed a couple of shoebox containers, this little organizer with the 3 slots, some more of the locker organizers, and then I love this one. It kind of has these little flip top lids. I'm going to use that for some of my packets and different things like that. So here we are in organizing heaven. Comment and let me know if you guys are just crazy this time of year about decluttering and organizing and getting systems put into place that are really going to work. I think that's the key, is to get systems in place that are going to work for you and your lifestyle. The other thing I wanted to know also is anytime you get new containers or organized, definitely make sure that you give them a good washing, but do not submerge these tops. I had to end up taking them apart and redo this.
So the first thing I did to get my pantry into order was to go ahead and pull everything out and begin to declutter. And that was a bit of a process.
So you guys probably saw my pantry in my last organizing video. Here is the little counter shelf next to my stove. So this is definitely a catch-all for junk and clutter. And I really have been watching a lot of organizing videos, and they all say, especially the professional organizers, which I am definitely not, but I am just trying to get my little clutter shelf here under control. But they say to minimize the packaging. So that's why these square containers are really amazing. And also what I love about these is they're stackable. So that's also amazing. So my little system for doing this organizing is to lay out all of the containers, and then I like to put the food item that I think is going to fit in there behind the item, and then I start my organizing. And I will tell you that this is a bit of a messy process, so be ready for some cleanup. I know these Cheez-Its did not want to go in the package or the organizer like I wanted them to.
So I just took and organized all of my breakfast food. I did try one of the Walmart containers for my cereal, so I think it's gonna work out just perfect.
So here is how everything looks. Oh my goodness, I am so excited about this. So the first DIY for this organizing video would definitely be to reduce the packaging and add some organization systems that are stackable. I am definitely crushing on these. A lot of you guys also suggested the Better Homes and Gardens containers. Those are wonderful. I use that for my cereal, and but this 10-piece set did a lot of work, so I was really happy with that for the price. I just felt like it was a great deal. If you guys can see up here, I used that spice organizer originally that was supposed to be for spices that the spices did not want to fit on. I ended up stacking my boxed goods here, which I felt like was nice because I can kind of see a little bit better back behind there. I'm not sure that this is how I'm going to keep it, but that's a fun little DIY to do as well. Another DIY for you all is to take one of the Dollar Tree napkin holders and add your cutting boards. Now, this is not going to stand up on its own, but when it's leaned up against the wall, it does just fine. I was so excited to figure that DIY out as well, and I'm keeping cutting boards out on my counter because it's user friendly. Again, I have to find systems that will work for me. Another fun little DIY is to take some cup hooks and hang your pretty measuring cups on.
Okay, this is such a game changer for me. The drawer that I originally had all of this in was right here, and it's now empty.
So for the next DIY, I decided to hang a lot of my utensils that I normally keep in a drawer. These are the utensils, they had holes already on them, so I went through and picked them out, and I got a packet of Command hooks at Walmart. There were like 9 to a pack, and then I just ran a piece of tape down my cabinet door. So what I want to do is I want to hang them on the inside of the cabinet door, and again I laid everything out in advance, and I also kind of measured it to make sure my cabinet door would shut. That would happen to me anyway, it actually did happen. I needed to make one longer, but so just go ahead and hang your command strip. These are really easy to hang, although I will tell you command strips are hard to get off. So if you don't want to leave a mark, be careful with those. And here is what the finished product looked like. Oh my goodness, I am so in love with this. Now I will tell you, we have a tendency to swing the doors open on this, so I'm going to put a little bumper underneath it to kind of keep things from clanking around. But what a game changer for me. Another fun way to organize is to put all your utensils out in a pretty jar. I found this utensil organizer at Walmart for $9. Organization should also be pretty and fun, and so taking some Dollar Tree roses and putting them in a fake glass of water is also a fun way to organize.
Another tip I have for you is to grab some pretty paper. I found this really beautiful paper at the Dollar Tree. It's just contact paper, and I used it in all of my shelves.
So I highly recommend finding some pretty contact paper or shelf liner and making your cabinets look beautiful. We look at our cabinets every single day, mamas and grandmas and grandpas and dads. I mean, why not make them look just a little bit nicer? We've lived in this house for several years, for many years actually, and the shelves were not dirty, but they were just stained from having pots and pans move in and out of them. So I just took this Dollar Tree contact paper. I love the black and white. It's easy to change out. If I want to do something different, it's not permanent, which I absolutely love as well. I also did some of my utensil drawers. As you can see, I don't have utensils in this now because I hung all of them, but another little DIY tip that I have for you is to splurge and grab some new towels. I spent about $6 to $8 on new towels. I Marie Kondo folded them and put them in this little shoebox. I also used one of these can organizers to organize my little mixer, and then these little cute Dollar Tree mitts. So this is just just one drawer. It's organized. It's all kind of color comboed. And that's another fun thing about organizing, is to pick colors that you like that speak to your heart. So this black and white looks perfect with all of the red that I have in my kitchen. Another fun DIY tip I have for you is to use containers that you have already used for something else, whether it be salsa jars. You can soak the lids off, and those make great little jars for containers. I also picked up a couple of more jars from Dollar Tree, and I also found some cute ones at the Target Dollar Spot with the little heart lids. I am going to use these to now organize my spices, my bouillon, my honey, and then I did use some of the Dollar Tree little vinegar and oil jars. I also use those for soy sauce, which I think that they should be fine because actually the Dollar Tree ones came with caps. And then another little DIY tip I have for you all is to take the little tiny, they come 10 to a pack of Dollar Tree organizers, and organize your packets of spices in those. They work perfectly. You can use a Sharpie to write the labels on, and you are good to go. So check this out. This is organization heaven for me. Oh my goodness, this came out so beautiful. And this spice cabinet has always been my worst, hardest place to organize. Comment and let me know, what is your hardest place in the kitchen to organize? The spice cabinet has definitely been mine. I've never gone to this jar system, so I'm gonna update you guys and let you know what I think about it. But right now I am loving it, and hopefully we can keep up with this system. We're not super big with spices, so I think it will be fine. I don't know. I will definitely let you guys know, but I need to know from you. Do you all do this with your spices? Do you have them in cute little jars like this with labels? Or do you leave them in their spice jars? I don't know what the best way is, but to me, just to get that Pinterest perfect pantry, I was down for it. So another DIY I suggest for you all is to get a cute little cupboard organizer to put all your little baking goods and maybe your gravy mixes, have them all together, and you can close that back up and you can actually stack things on top of this. This is another Dollar Tree container. I really love this. I love things that you can stack, because when you have a small kitchen, you need to be able to stack things. You need to be able to go up. That's another big trick, is go up with things. So try to utilize as much space as you can. Kitchen. Another little tip I have for you is to look for pretty organizers, kind of like some of these Pioneer Woman containers that have lids or just whatnot, and you can actually leave them out. So you can see I have this little jar with the lid. It's from Walmart. It has mixed nuts in it. It's snacks for the kids. It's healthy. I can leave it out because it's so pretty. And so just try to find things that maybe are the same kind of color combo. I do love her stuff. And then down here, I added some of that Dollar Tree contact paper, and then just added some extra drinks and my toaster and some different things like that. Here is an update on my pantry. I did share a pantry organization video with you all. So far, so good. It's going really well. Everybody seems to like the system so far, and the Dollar Tree plastic containers work just fine. They keep my food completely fresh. If you think about it, when a snack is just sitting open on the shelf, or half open, or somebody just shoved it back in there, it's not going to stay nearly as fresh as in a plastic container. So I think that the Dollar Tree plastic containers are just fine to use. I had plenty of you all comment and let me know the same thing. So I have several different kinds. I have the Dollar Tree kinds. I have the ones from Amazon with the clip top lids. I definitely want to put the clip top lid ones with stuff that I don't want to go bad, that's not going to be used as much, like the sugars or the flours or whatnot. So just a little note on that. And also be careful with your coffee. Make sure you get a good tight organizer for your coffee. So I also used some of these stackable shelves in my dish cabinet. So here's my dish cabinet, And I also use them with these little coffee cups, so they fit the smaller coffee cups really well. This again optimized more space for me to organize everything. And then inside my fridge, I have to share with you guys this cute little onion keeper. I found that on Amazon as well. Check out my Amazon store. I'll have a bunch of this stuff linked. And then Dollar Tree, here's another little DIY. Pop your fruit into the Dollar Tree fruit containers. I had no idea that they carried those. And then I'm also trying out the Dollar Tree Sure Fresh containers with the clip top lids to see if they work well. Also comment and let me know if you guys know about those. And I did go ahead and use all the refrigerator bins. My fridge is somewhat small and compact, so I have to be really careful in there to make sure everything stays as organized as possible. So here is just a look at my kitchen. Now up top on these kitchen counters, I put my fine china, which is really from the thrift store, but it's what I like to use to set a nicer table. So I don't use it every day, so it can kind of go up out of the way. I found these curtains at the thrift store at the Buffalo Check Plaid. I just added some lace. Another fun DIY I did was I just tied some little ribbon to my curtain on either side to coordinate and tie in some of my colors in my kitchen with the red and the white. And another DIY tip is to hang a hook next to your sink so you minimize the use of paper towels. That way your loved ones or you can just, if you're like me, you're washing your hands a lot during the day, you don't want to use a paper towel every time, you need to have a towel. So this was the best place for me. So here is just a peek around my kitchen a little bit more, all set up and pretty. I just had to share it with you. I've been working so hard. I hope you love it. I also splurged and got some cabinet pulls drawers for my cabinets for the first time. I've never had them in my kitchen, and so I'm just loving them, and it's also hopefully going to help save my paint. I wasn't the best painter. I did this when I was a young mommy. I painted my cabinets white, so they have a tendency to kind of chip off, and those drawer handles were a must. Now we missed 2 of them, so I still have to buy 2 more over on that other side. And then just here's my little vintage Hoosier cabinet. I just love it. It's so special and it means so much. And another thing that means so much is you guys being here and just sharing this with me. I hope you guys are getting inspired to tidy up and organize your home, no matter what budget you're on. Get creative, use what you have, grab items from the Dollar Tree, maybe splurge here and there on some nicer containers if it's in your budget or you've saved up for that. But anyway, and then here's also just a peek in my dining room. I found the tablecloth at the thrift store. We DIY'd this wreath. It's in all of my DIY videos. So I love y'all, and I'm so blessed to have you here.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous DIY adventure. Again, this is episode 20 in my huge Home Sweet Home series. I would love for you to check out the rest of the Home Sweet Home series playlist down below. I do a ton of Dollar Tree DIY projects. I also have Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page. Join me over there. I share condensed DIY videos as well as behind the scenes of my little crazy crafty mama life. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I cannot wait for the next video. Remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Until then, I'll talk to you later.